survey done by Leeds Metropolitan University showed that there was lots of poverty and social exclusion on 3 estates in Wakefield: Warwick, Airedale and Ferry Fryston. Social exclusion means that people are marginalised from mainstream society through a series of factors like high rates of unemployment, bad housing, inadequate community facilities, high rates of ill health, low community morale and fear of antisocial behaviour.
When you think about it, people that don't come round here then come round your area, walking round your street, what are they going to think of you? They're going to think you're scruffs and that.
Everybody calls people scruffs and it ain't right.
Just because you live on a scruffy street don't mean to say you're a scruff. Like our street used to be clean until all smackers used to come on and start like throwing the drug needles and empty beer bottles and that all over.
When they built those estates in the 1970s, I don't think they foresaw that there would be less employment 20 or 25 years down the line.
Did you see it? That bit where they were active and they got all community and helped build it up.
Yeah,
it turned out beautiful.
We should make a wildlife park where you could have baby rabbits and bunnies.
Where we're going to get them?
Yeah, we could make a big wildlife.
Yeah, but people big wildlife areas.
Yeah, but people...
So then kids can like look at it and...
Yeah, but what about teenagers with all guns that shoot them?
It's boring. There's no round here for us to do and that.
They get that bored where they run when they see it play, so they'll get chased, don't they?
The JRF Youth Arts Project began in January 2000. Considerable time was spent in the early months researching young people's needs and how adults perceive young people on the estates.
And they get to 20-year-old and they're still hanging about.
This research informed ways that young people could be better involved in life on their estates and build up important relationships within the community.
So we're going to have a water feature there. In that flow. It's like going to like bit pumped up and then flow out the top and out some holes or whatever. It's going really good.
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
this car's awful, so it don't matter.
It's going better than I expected. This is like the barbecue area. We thought the herbs would be better, like dotted around the barbecue area, so we could like pick things off and put them and use them in barbecue. Well, this one's garlic. Yeah, that's a garlic. That's an apple mint. That's a lemon verbena.
The arts gives children and young people the opportunities to be involved in projects and have a voice.
We can't underestimate the important role art plays in a young person's life and the way art allows individuals to express themselves.
We learned how to cook glass, about wearing goggles to keep our eyes safe. We learned how to dig the garden out to make a place for the mosaics, and we learned how to make the mosaics. We had a wonderful time doing them and we are very proud of them.
The impact of arts work with young people began to show quickly.
Oh, I feel boss. Thank you.
They became more confident and self-assured, their hopes for the future were more optimistic and they were more engaged in what was going on around them.
When I first came here, there was like a lot of trouble and things, you know, with drugs or violence, and that was all that you ever heard. And now it's just like, it's just a positive feeling on the estate. You know, everyone's beginning to realise that there is potential, and people have this gives people hope, really, I think, you know. It's very important.
Over the 3 years of the JRF Youth Arts Project, over 1,500 children and young people worked with 30 artists in different art forms. Projects ran in community spaces, out on the streets, in pubs and in other non-traditional venues. The most important factor of the JRF Youth Arts Project was that it ran over a sustained period of time. Many young people were involved for the full 3 years, and this had a huge impact on their lives. For some, the project has unexpectedly led them into further education or influenced their choice of career. Throughout the life of the project, some young people have become competent artists and performers. Opportunities were offered to give them experience at performing in different environments and to new audiences.
We performed in Paris, we performed outside Eiffel Tower and in Euro Disney itself, so that were good. We had big audiences. Just experience of travelling and dancing in different places.
It's just really posh, got really posh lights and everything. It's the biggest I've been yet, I'd say. Biggest concert room.
You can reach me by caravan, cross the desert like an Arab man. I don't care.
Money from the Regional Arts Lottery Programme ensured that 5 arts residencies were established in addition to the regular arts programme. Each residency lasted between 8 months to a year. The JRF Youth Arts Project used this additional funding in a strategic and sustainable way by targeting groups or projects who would develop this opportunity to springboard further arts work with young people in the future.
The sculpture project is the one on the hill, and it looks like a Christmas Island model to me, with the big stone teeth. Dave did this last year with the children, and the children were really, really involved. I mean, he had hordes of them. But I mean, the sculpture's lovely. It's an environmental project. The kids can see that they can make things, and you know, wonderful things, not just pieces of nails stuck in things. But it's something special, and it's amazing, but nobody's touched it, nobody's vandalised it.
We got this metal, and then we put this wiry fence all the way up, and then we cemented it and painted it.
You can sit on it, and like lights. You can see it in dark. I think it's really great. I like the colour, I like the seats. I just like the teeth and stuff like that.
When it rains, it can keep you dry.
I like it because when I come in, it makes me have a good feeling.
We are at Airedale Junior School. We are in Year 3. These are our pictures that are going on the wall.
Because we have to devote so much time to literacy and numeracy and science, so when we get an opportunity to do something different like this and devote some time to it, we think that's great, because if we're not careful, we're so timetabled in doing the things we have to do, we forget to spend time on stuff like this.
It was fun because there were loads of different colours that we didn't have normally in class. Phil came in and he said, draw a picture of what you do mostly at home, and I drew a picture of me and my friends playing in my bedroom.
I think it's tremendously important, and especially in an area like this.
And we were saying if we ever have grandchildren and we bring them to this school, we can say to them, when we were in this school and we were little, we did this moral. And I've asked my mum to get me some paints, because I've asked her if I could do it on our wall.
Have you?
Using the arts is an important and successful method of combating social exclusion on estates. The arts must be integral to all social regeneration projects. Arts projects must be run on the doorsteps of children and young people. Arts work with children and young people in their communities needs continued long-term investment.
They're learning to build their own boundaries, you know. They're learning to build their own house. They're learning to cook their own food. They're learning how to respect fire, and they're learning how to be a DJ. That's amazing. This is what should be highlighted, more of the positive stuff which goes on in the estates. This doesn't cost a lot of money, really.
You can go around some of the estates and areas where this work has been funded and it's been going on, and you can go, they've been here because there's a wonderful piece of artwork or there's evidence around of what's gone on, and you can just pull somebody up on the street and say, what's that? And they'll tell you all about it, and I think that is giving people a sense of pride in their own community, and it is absolutely crucial. It does make a difference. This is a different way of working, and it needs funding more often.